everyone, Pratima here. So when I reviewed the OnePlus Pad last year, I was quite impressed with it. That thing pretty much did everything I wanted out of an Android tablet. However, my biggest complaint at that time was you could get something like the Xiaomi Pad 6, which offered like 90% of the same experience while costing a lot less. And this year we have the OnePlus Pad 2, and weirdly, it's even more expensive than before, starting at 40,000 rupees in India and $500 in the US. So is the OnePlus Pad 2 an overpriced deal? Well, for that, I have been testing it for a little over a month now, and I think there are a lot of things that other reviews did not tell you, so stick around till the end to find out my verdict. It's quite interesting. Okay, so let me start with the positives of the OnePlus Pad 2, and performance definitely sits at the top of my list here. Not just because of the flagship Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip, but mostly since OnePlus has clearly put in a lot of effort on the software side of things this time. The system animations this time have gotten a bit more consistent throughout the UI than the last I remember on the OG OnePlus Pad. That open canvas feature for multitasking that I loved so much on the OnePlus Open is here as well. And I especially love how keyboard apps like Gboard and Microsoft SwiftKey finally have a proper split screen mode here, which means I no longer have to awkwardly and painfully stretch my thumbs across this gigantic display just to type something. I also found the overall app optimization situation to be quite better on the OnePlus Pad 2, and that credit goes to Google massively, since Android 14 has improved the app experience on big screen devices like a tablet so very well. Although a few popular ones like Facebook and Messenger still don't play nice in the landscape mode for some reason. Anyway, like with all the latest phones and tablets, OnePlus has also come up with a bunch of AI features here too. Although most of the features that they announced during the launch event will only be available later this year, but some of the features that I can access right now are pretty amazing. Like all the image manipulation stuff grouped under AI Eraser, and if you're a student, you are going to love how it can summarize the recordings of lectures that you attend. Besides all this, the OnePlus Pad 2 is the fastest, the most fluid tablet I have ever used as well. And this thing is also a damn good gaming device, managing almost a steady 60 FPS on Genshin Impact and a smooth 120 FPS on PUBG Mobile. And because of this large aluminium unibody that acts as a massive heatsink, I found that the OnePlus Pad 2 does not heat up that much either. Besides, there's the 3+4 years of updates to look forward to as well. So all in all, OnePlus has more or less nailed it as far as the performance is concerned. I absolutely love the OnePlus Pad 2 speakers as well. It now uses 6 sets of speakers instead of 4, and wow, it sounds ridiculously amazing. That room-filling audio it pushes has plenty of details, almost no distortion even at the max volume, and it also has a hint of bass to spice things up. So whether I'm listening to any music or Spotify or binging some of my favorite shows on Netflix, the OnePlus Pad 2's audio is not going to disappoint you. Moving on, if you're an artist or simply someone who likes taking handwritten notes a lot, you are going to love this 2nd gen stylus for the OnePlus Pad 2. It has almost 4x more levels of pressure sensitivity versus last year's stylus for that finer control over what I draw. I can also write in any text field now with probably one of the best handwriting recognition tech I have ever used on a tablet. You also get a subtle haptic feedback in this year's stylus, even though that one only works with the built-in Notes app as of now. Another thing that's new here is the presentation mode, where I can annotate something, point a visual laser, or slide across the page directly from the stylus itself. But I've got to say, it's a bit wonkier than I expected it to be, and I haven't gotten used to it after all this time either. Anyway, the new smart keyboard for this guy also seems quite interesting, but I ultimately decided not to get one for myself because the tablet plus keyboard combo is something that does not appeal to me personally, and I don't see them replacing my laptop. Now, as far as the design is concerned, it does not look any different from the OnePlus Pad, with the same premium metal unibody design and a slim build that does not take up much space in my backpack. But this thing is still so damn heavy. As a matter of fact, the OnePlus Pad 2 is actually heavier than the 13 inches iPad Pro. So this is easily among the heaviest tablets that I've ever used, and I had trouble holding it with one hand for more than a couple of minutes at a time. Likewise, there is still no fingerprint reader here, but I'm glad to see the Type-C port has been upgraded from USB 2.0 to the faster USB 3.2 Gen 1 standard now. I am also a little conflicted with the OnePlus Pad 2's display. On one hand, this is a decent upgrade to what we saw on its predecessor last year. It's now bigger, it's brighter and sharper as well, and its 144Hz refresh rate means going around the UI or scrolling through something feels buttery smooth. There's even an option to set almost every app at 144Hz now if I want, whereas its unique 7.5 aspect ratio means reading ebooks, PDFs and mangas is an absolute treat on the OnePlus Pad 2. But on the other hand, I think OnePlus could have done so much more to make a name for itself in the tablet space, like going with an OLED screen for that matter. Because other than its superior colors and contrast levels, using an OLED panel would have made the OnePlus Pad 2 considerably thinner and lighter too, since unlike an LCD panel, OLEDs don't need different layers like a backlight unit. I also found the actual quality of this display to be a bit weak considering the price. It does not have the best viewing angles, the contrast ratio feels low, it's not that color accurate by default, and I can't stream HD videos on Netflix either, even when this thing is Dolby Vision certified. It's a perfectly fine screen for everyday use, don't get me wrong, although I just was expecting more from OnePlus this time. And yeah, its cameras are nothing exciting as well. That's true for most tablet cameras, but what's weird is that OnePlus has actually removed a super useful feature on the Pad 2, which is the limelight feature, which would track me as I moved around the room during video calls. As for battery life, the OnePlus Pad 2 has been giving me around 6 to 8 hours of screen time on average. I've mostly been binging different shows and movies on this guy alongside some gaming and web browsing thrown in the mix, so I wouldn't call its battery life that impressive to be honest. But with the included 67-watt charger, it fills up the battery pretty fast, going from 1 to 100% in under 1 hour. So there you have it guys, my 1 month experience with the OnePlus Pad 2. Compared to last year's OnePlus Pad, this is a definite upgrade, particularly in terms of the performance, the display and the speakers. But I just feel like it's a bit expensive for everything it offers. I mean, that flagship Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 is kind of wasted on the OnePlus Pad 2 when you think about it, since there isn't much you can do on a tablet that makes use of its first-class CPU and GPU. It just feels a bit overpowered in my opinion. And if all you care about is streaming videos, multitasking, drawing or getting some light work done on a tablet, you can do a lot better for a lot less. So yeah, OnePlus could have really differentiated itself by including an OLED display here, coupled with maybe a slightly weaker processor such as the 7 Plus Gen 3 or 8S Gen 3. Hence, if you're not in a hurry to buy a tablet right away, I would suggest you wait for a while because there are a couple of interesting ones scheduled to launch pretty soon. For instance, the Xiaomi Pad 7 that's rumored to bring an OLED display, while Honor's upcoming Magic Pad 2 with an OLED panel and Snapdragon 8S Gen 3 chipset looks a lot more well-rounded and a lot more balanced than the OnePlus Pad 2. So everybody, that was all for this video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and while you're there, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Saying this, I'm Pratima and I will see you in my next video.